Hello everyone! We would like to welcome you to our Little Dexter Homestead. Each week, it is our pleasure to share with you about our little farm, our animals, some simple recipes, some Bible scriptures, or whatever we are up to. This week, I will be sharing with you some of my favorite top 5 essential oils that I'm using at this time. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's video. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do so. It would be a pleasure to meet you again. Hello everyone, and welcome to our Little Dexter Homestead. This week I would like to share with you some of the essential oils that I really like to use. There are a bunch of them. However, I just want to minimize it with only my 5 favorite ones that I use here. And we often forget about those essential oils. They've been there for many years to help people with their health, and somehow we kind of forgot about them, and now we are starting to learn more and more about it. It's like we're bringing back history to now. And so this is what I would like to share with you. So let's start with my 5 favorite essential oils that I have at the moment. I'm not saying that I won't have 5 other favorites later, but for now, what I'm using the most, those are the ones. So I start with the Cedar Wood essential oil. So if you like the smell of the wood, the cedar wood, if you like to walk in the woods, this is the oil for you. To me, it helps, and not just to me, but I've done some research, and it does help with stress. So if a person feels stress, this is something that would just calm the person. And so you either just smell it from the bottle itself, and you keep it for a little while, or you could also put it in a diffuser, or you could also put a little bit on your skin and you just smell it as needed. So it does help to relax and to sleep as well. And what's nice about this essential oil is that yes, it can help you to relax, can help you to sleep, but it can also help you if you have something to do and you need to focus and you need to just stay awake. This is something that you can take. So let's say it's time to go to sleep. You can use that as a relaxant, or you can use it during the day as a motivator. So how you use it for sleeping, you can just apply about 2 drops on a piece of cloth and place it close to your pillow, or you can use it in the diffuser. Another really neat benefit about the cedar oil is also it can repel mosquitoes. So what I do for that is I simply apply a few drops of that oil on my dog's collar, and then I put it back, and it helps the mosquito to stay away. And if you want to use it for humans, then if you have a hat or something, you can apply it on there. So it's a good repellent for mosquitoes and for bugs. I don't know if it's your case like me. When I was young, my grandmother had a cedar box that she would put wedding dress or things that are really important for them, that they don't want bugs to destroy, or to get mold, or to get some bad smell. So they would have a cedar box, and then they would put their clothes in there, or things that were important for them. So just think of that. So it's the same principle. Other good benefits, if you want to do your own research, are it's good for hair loss. It's good. It's It's good for helping the scalp conditions such as infection or dandruffs, and it's good also for skin conditions like acne because of its anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. Now my fourth favorite essential oil, it's called the ginger essential oil. I really like that it's essential oil simply because it's also used for a variety of health issues such as nausea, upset stomach, or respiratory issues. And the way I would use that for nausea is that you can either just smell it right away from the bottle, or you could also put, it says on the bottle with the Datura one, it says that you would apply 1 drop into 4 ounces of liquid. So half a cup of liquid, you would add, usually I use water, you would add 1 drop, and it really tastes like ginger. It's like you would cut some ginger and put that into your water, but we don't always have ginger on hand. And anyway, this, I think it's a very good alternative, and it works just as well. So I would do that for the nausea. So I would just sip on a little bit of water mixed with that ginger essential oil, and also it helps for the digestion issues if you have upset stomach or something like that. So it's very good for that. There are other good benefits, but as for me, this is what I use it for. Now my third favorite one is the lavender. You know, I almost didn't put the lavender oil into it because everybody knows about the lavender oil, but I thought when I started to research, I knew about essential oil, about the lavender essential oil, but when I researched more about it, I found so many good things that I thought it was worth sharing with you. So as most of us know, it helps with releasing the stress. Again, it's something that most of us all know, but we forget. We forget that when we have stress, that we can also reach out to our lavender essential oil. It will decrease the amount of stress as we smell this. Again, it could be straight from the bottle. It could be that you put a little bit into your wrist or your hand and you smell it. And again, sometimes it can take up to 15 minutes for smelling the actual oil. It's not just like, that's it, it's over. It's a constant smelling and breathing, and eventually it helps. And also, yeah, so it helps for this releasing the stress, and also helps to sleep. Again, this you can apply it on the piece of cloth, and you apply a few drops on that piece of cloth and place it beside your pillow. So some people will also use it topically, and they will put it behind their ears or and behind their neck. So that's other places to apply it. Another thing that I found about the lavender is that it helps with the depression, to prevent that or to cure that. And also it helps for helping your mood. So if you're in a bad mood or you just don't feel so, happy, this can actually help changing your mood to a certain extent. And it also helps the brain function and to focus. So this is something that you can use as well if you're studying, just like the Cedar Wood essential oil. Other great benefits about the lavender oil is that it helps for wounds, it also to heal it, and it also help when you have itchiness. For example, during the summertime or wintertime, sometimes I would have my legs that would just be so itchy. They're dry. I don't know exactly why, but it happens. And when it does, I found that lavender essential oil is the only thing that will treat it. It will not only just appease the itch, but it will also leave it that it doesn't come back. Usually I would put cream or other things, and it would work for a little while, but then after it will start itching again during the night or something. But that lavender essential oil is just fantastic for the itchy skin, and I would strongly recommend it for that. One more thing about the lavender, I told you there's a lot of great benefits about the lavender oil, is that it also helps for headaches. So if you have a headaches, what it's recommended, it's either you would put some on your temple and you can put some behind your neck as well, or it says to put 2 drops of lavender, and if you do have some peppermint oil, you can also add 2 drops of peppermint oil, and you put that in the boiling water, and then you put that in a pot, and then you would just put your face on top of it. You'll put a cloth over top, and you're just going to breathe in for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that's going to help for some headaches. And the last thing that I will share with you about the lavender oil is that it helps to for hair growth. So what you do is that you would mix 3 to 4 drops with half a teaspoon of coconut or jojoba oil, and you would massage it to the affected area where you're losing a bit of hair. And you would do that regularly. If you can do that once a day until you see improvement, that would be the best. It has some effect of anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial that will help the hair follicle to heal. I said it was the last one, but I have one more, is that for a bath, you can add a cup of Epsom salt or half a cup of Epsom salt into your bath together with up to 15 drops of essential oil, and that can help you sleeping better. So if you want to try that. Okay, so my second best is the Eucalyptus essential oil. This one here is also a great anti-inflammatory and also good for the respiratory conditions. And nowadays it is used also in ointments and creams, and it's also used for cleaning products. So this is what we are using the essential oils for. Many other things too, but in general, this is what it is. For example, if you have a hard time breathing, if you're congested, this is the oil I would go for. One thing that I've learned how to use this, and I think it just worked very well, is that you're going to take 1 drop. Often it goes 2, but try to get 1 drop of it. 1 or 2 is not the end of the world. And then you would just rub your hands like this, and then you will create kind of I don't know, evaporator or something, a natural one, and you would just like put your nose and just smell it, okay? And then if you're congested, it will just slowly just open your airway, and you can do that a few times, and it doesn't just do that, it also just like helps your mood or something. It really helps. So this is something that you can do. Or another thing you can do is the same as I said. You would use a cup of boiled water, and you would put 1 or 2 drops of that essential oil, and you would just put yourself on top of the bowl, and with that very hot water, and you would just inhale that steam together with the smell, and you would put yourself a towel on your head. You will inhale deeply for 5 to 10 minutes if possible. Another great thing that the eucalyptus oil does is that it reduces the inflammation and also the pain. So if you are sore somewhere or inflamed, let's say your knee or your wrist, any joint or somewhere, or you just did a lot of exercise and you're sore, then you can apply that directly onto your muscle or the area where the pain is. One thing that I learned growing up is that you can also add a drop or two of the eucalyptus essential oil onto a cotton ball, and you just make sure it's well absorbed, and then you take that little piece of cotton ball and you place it gently into the child or the person's ear, and it will help it to just decrease the swelling and help accelerate the healing of the earache. So yeah, this is another way. Now, my favorite one, and I know some of you might know that it exists, but one of my good friends shared that essential oil with me. And not just the essential oil, but also where to buy it, because I've tried so many of that kind and somehow it's not doing half of what that company is offering as an essential oil. So, can you guess what it is? My favorite oil, and this I've been using it for a while now and it just works, and it's called the frankincense. But not just any frankincense. This one here I bought it at the frankincense store. So it's www.frankincencestore.com. This one here, and I hope I'm saying it rightly, if not, forgive me, Boswellia sacra. So this one here is an excellent frankincense. It truly helps for inflammation, and it has many other benefits, and it has an anti-inflammatory, it has an antidepressant, it has a digestive also benefit. It has many benefits, but I'm not a doctor. I studied in the medical field, but I'm not a doctor. However, I don't want to go into details with that, but they do have a website and you can, ask them questions as well. But what I know and what I've been using it for is mostly for inflammation. One time or a few times I had, let's say, a knee issue. I've put that on it and it just went away. And also a shoulder, I've put that on and it really helps. And it can help for, to increase your mood as well. The same way you would just smell it, you can put a little bit onto your hand and smell it as well. But this is just a great frankincense, and it's not cheap. However, it's just worth every penny. I mean, anyway, it's a very good one. And with the same company, so this one is the Boswellia Frankincense Carty. Again, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but this one here, what I like is that it has good benefits as well for the skin care. For example, you can put it on your acne. Let's say you have a pimple, you can put that on your pimple. Or one thing that I've been using it for is on my eyebrow. Somehow, as we get older, our eyebrow get thinner, and this is just the miracle work for the eyebrow thinning. And I know some people and I've been doing that too when I was younger, is that you would pluck your eyebrows so thin. And then nowadays people are regretting having done that in the 80s or whatsoever year. And then here we are. But this, I find, I try to put some as needed. And when I see that I need it, I do put some every night until I realize, okay, they're more fuller now. I can stop maybe 3 to 4 days, and then I'm good for another month, and then again, and so on. But this one is excellent for that. And it also helps. It's a great calming effect on the mind. This is what it has for this one, and also has the pain relief benefit, just like the Sacra frankincense. Yeah, so anyway, those were my frankincense that I use, and I just think they're very good to have handy. And we often forget about that, or we say, oh, it doesn't work. But really, it's either we don't put enough of that essential oil, or we don't take the time to do it as long as we need to, or as frequent as we need to, because as we know, the essential oil evaporates and then we need to apply some more. Just like when you take a medication, it will last for 6 to 8 hours, sometimes 12 to 24 hours, but you need to take some more. But this is the same thing with the essential oil. So like an antibiotic, it doesn't mean that you're taking the first pill that your infection will go away. You need to take it for a week, 2 weeks, or so on. So this is the same thing with the essential oil. So it's really to take the time to do it enough, to do your own research about the certain essential oil, and really, I'm telling you, it does work. We just need to leave it time and to trust it a bit more. So we kind of need to bring back the history here, as before they used to use essential oils often, and we need to use it too, because our hospital are getting full, and we need to know how to treat ourselves as well to a certain extent. So I think essential oils are awesome if we know how to use it. So what I've been saying today, like I said, I've done some research. I'll put some of the reference down in the description, and then you can also look into it a bit more, and yeah, go from there. Okay, so this is it for me this week, and thank you so much for watching. If you're still here with me, you're awesome. And until next time, may the Lord keep you and richly bless you. Bye for now.